everyone, Stephen Harold here, and welcome to the channel. I'll be discussing horror movies for you guys in a very blunt way. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my review for Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, which was released in 1985, celebrating its 40th anniversary.
About time you fuckwad.
Ethel, come on, I was fucking busy, okay? Give me a fucking break. With the conclusion of the final chapter for Friday the 13th, there was not going to be any more Friday the 13th films. But because the film was so goddamn fucking successful, Paramount Pictures basically was like, you know what? Nah, I think we can make another one. So that's why the title is A New Beginning. They want to go for a completely different direction with this film. And for quite amount of years, a few decades actually, this movie bombed. It was widely successful in 1985, but garnered a hate. Like, there's a lot of people who hate this fucking movie. But over the years, there's a lot of people who've also appreciated this film, and for its unique style in the Friday the 13th franchise. But I mean, to call this a Jason movie is an understatement. It's very much an understatement, but also at the same time, you know, there were some things they just wanted to do. But other than that, you know, it has stood the test of time in 40 years. I mean, a lot of people actually look very fond with this film now than they did back then. So, let's get into it. This is going to be my review for Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. For the story of this film, Tommy Jarvis is sent to Pinehurst. It's a halfway house for people who have dealt with a lot of problems in their lives. Especially with him, you know, after the events of the final chapter, killing Jason off once and for all. A murder basically ensues on the premise that kind of just fucks with everybody, and then after that happens, a whole fucking ordeal of other murders start to happen, which makes a lot of people, including Tommy, believe that Jason has returned. Now, with the story of this film, after riding off the success of the final chapter, audiences back in 1985 probably had a thought that this is definitely going to be a Jason film. This is going to be a he's back from the dead, or there's the possibility that maybe Tommy Jarvis is killing all these left, right, and center. It wasn't very made clear, but he does have hallucinations of Jason in the film, and we never really get to see that interaction of like Tommy Jarvis with Jason or whatever. It's just the hallucinations. And just all these people in this halfway house are just caught in the middle. You know, they're kind of just trying to deal with their own things, and some murders start happening. The story, you know, it works for the film for what it's trying to tell. It's supposed to be like a murder mystery. It's back to that first film where it's like a whodunit, and you don't quite know for sure until the very end of the film, but it's a not bad whodunit. It's just, you know, who was it? Who did it better? Was it the first film, or was it this film? It's kind of in between. But other than that, the story, yeah, it works for the film. Of course, our main character is Tommy Jarvis. Of course, he's not played by Corey Feldman in this film. Only in the beginning, because Corey Feldman had other projects he had to do with Steven Spielberg, like The Goonies, right? And he was just unavailable. So they just did that little cameo just to get him out of the fucking film. And then we have a new actor who's playing Tommy Jarvis, and Tommy Jarvis is very quiet in this film. He's very, you know, just a man who just wants to live in his own bubble and want to be left alone. And for some odd reason, I don't know where this came from, but he developed some good fighting skills, right? He's dealing with the traumatic event of what happened at the end of Part 4, but also we don't see his sister anymore. She's gone. He's just all alone. He's dealing with a lot of mental illnesses that are going on, like PTSD, and, you know, having the hallucinations of Jason all the fucking time, and hearing the sound of his sister screaming and him saying die and all that shit. It's quite something for someone to go through. He doesn't do bad of a job, the actor playing Tommy Jarvis. It's kind of fair to say that of the three actors who had played Tommy Jarvis in the franchise, he's kind of the weakest. But they all have their own type of character arc between all three of the films that the character of Tommy Jarvis is in. And he does a fine job in this film. Even though this film is about Tommy Jarvis, it's the other characters that make this fucking film. I mean, first we have Joey, who a lot of people will say is one of the most annoying fucking characters. I mean, like, we barely have a lot of time with him in this fucking movie, but I get it, he's one of the most annoying characters, but one of the most beloved, right? But he is widely regarded as the reason for this film and its murders, because he gets murdered by Vic over a fucking chocolate bar. Over a fucking chocolate bar. I've seen battles fought over less, but a chocolate bar? Sure. Then we get the introduction of Junior and Ethel. Ethel is one of the most beloved characters in this whole fucking franchise. And, I mean, look at her fucking soundtrack here.
Horse shit. Would you shut the fuck up? Don't you come near me, Sheriff. I warn you. I got a bomb on me. I swear to you. You big dildo. Eat your fucking slop. Oh, shit. Who the fuck are you and what the fuck do you want? That is one fucking ugly man that goes there.
Just the profanity that she says on screen. I remember watching it for the very first time, and I couldn't stop fucking laughing. At, what, I guess maybe 13 years of age. Couldn't stop laughing. I still get a hoot whenever she's fucking here. Then we have Pam, who is a fine addition of a final girl, and who I ended up meeting at the Calgary HorrorCon this year. Very lovely lady. She actually told my friend Dean, who was there, like, hey, nice shirt, because he was wearing one of my Friday the 13th shirts, and he's like, oh. She said I have a nice shirt. I'm like, yeah, because she's in the franchise. But, yeah, she doesn't do bad of a job. I mean, I know there was a lot of other things that we'll get to in this film with the backstage, the behind the scenes of it, but she doesn't do too bad of a job. Junior, you know, he's just Junior. He's just a dumbass. Then you have Reggie. Reggie is one of the most beloved characters and one of the few who actually survive in the Friday the 13th franchise. I mean, this kid is full of fucking charisma, and I would love to have met that actor. Just be like, hey man, I want to get an autograph of Reggie from Part 5. Then you have Demon, who is played by the same actor who was in Night of the Return of the Living Dead. He's been in a lot of other projects after that, and he's a very likable character. I mean, like, the whole fucking thing with his goddamn girlfriend about, you know, the damn enchiladas and the fucking, their duet of, ooh, baby, like, fucking, it's so good. There's a video on YouTube of that remix, and it's, whoo, it's so good. Just search it up. Yeah, it's fucking great. Then you have Vinny and, oh, what's the other character's name? There's Vinny, these two greaser kind of guys, right? That had their car break down, and the fucking one guy is just like, he's trying to fix the car, and the other guy's gonna go take a crap. And it's been rumored that a lot of people think these guys are lovers. They're gay. I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows? But other than that, you have all these characters in this movie, and they're all likable, with maybe the exception of Vic. Yeah, there's Vic, because we barely see him in the movie. Joey, who, again, like I said, he's the reason why all these people get killed, because of over a fucking chocolate bar. And then you have other characters in this whole entire movie that are just like, you know, they're just here for the body count, but they're not bad. They're all likable in their own ways. I mean, hell, one of the actual actresses was casted because not only of her boob size, but also the fact that her last name was Voorhees. Funny how that goes. Now we get to the end tag in this movie, which is Jason. Jason in this movie is looking a little different. Now, we all know that in the last film, he had his hockey mask taken off. There's a possibility that he returned from the grave, and, you know, he's just rocking a new look. And, you know, the coveralls, which look very much resemblance of Michael Myers, And his mask is different. He's got blue chevrons instead of red. There's no axe wound anymore. And in a bunch of the scenes, there's a lot of the kills where you don't get to see the mask. You don't get to see the face. You just get to see the hands or their feet or whatever. And you don't really get to see him. It's not until he bursts through that damn door we finally get to see him. And everyone, I guess in 1985, were like, that's what Jason looks like now? Oh, okay. Well, all right. And he's a lot weaker. Like, he gets hit, he gets stabbed, he gets damaged, and he keeps going. And it's like, well, it's got to be Jason, right? But there are some glaring things that make it very obvious that this can't be Jason. One, he doesn't have an axe wound. He's got both eyes still. Both damn eyes. Both of them. They're still there. His hand's not racked from the machete. There's just so much going on, and it's like, this can't be Jason, but this guy's acting like Jason. Like, he doesn't even run, he walks. And, you know, I mean, Jason did walk and run at the same time in parts 2, 3, and 4. But other than that, like, Jason's look is different. It's not until we get to the twist of the movie that this is not Jason. This is an imposter Jason. This is actually Roy Burns, who is the ambulance driver that we see at the beginning when he goes and sees Joey. Now, everyone knows that the ambulance driver, Roy, happened to be the father of Joey. So seeing his dead son there made him snap and decide to start killing people with a hockey mask on? What? So there's a lot of going on when it comes to that reveal, because a lot of people felt so ripped off. Like, this wasn't even Jason. This is some ambulance fucking driver, but this ambulance driver killed as many fucking people as Jason has, basically, at that point. And especially with what the kills are, too, which we'll get to. But, you know, a lot of people back in 1985 did not like that. This was not Jason. This should have been Jason. They don't like this whole imposter thing. You know, I can't think of another movie that basically did the same thing, where a guy came in, wore a mask of another slasher villain, and just basically acted like him. I can't think of another movie that got panned so hard, which then, within the last 40 years, got beloved. And, oh, hey, Halloween Ends. Don't worry, Corey. You'll get your time. You'll get it. Roy Burns got it. You'll get yours soon. When it comes to the gore and the kills of this movie, there are a shit ton. There are over 20 kills in this movie. Anything from a stab wound to, you know, basically getting your head cut off, or getting your eyes stabbed by fucking garden shears, or anything. All the kills are very fucking brutal in this movie. If I had to pick a favorite kill, it'd have to be with the garden shears. Because not only did that girl, just laying there naked and everything, get stabbed in the eyes, but you see that he struggles and then just closes. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that had been... And also, even her boyfriend got an eye trauma kill, too, where it's a leather strap that goes over his eyes, and he starts twisting it and everything. And at one point, he's twisting it counterclockwise. Little editing error. But all the kills in this movie are top-notch. And this is where it gets this one thing where it's like, it's a Friday the 13th, but it doesn't even have Jason. But it's one of the sleaziest slasher films ever, and it's really fucking good for that. And the kills are the reason also for it being that fucking good. When it comes to Friday the 13th Part 5, when it first released, like I said, it made a killing at the box office. But word of mouth made it very clear with a lot of people that a lot of people got pissed off that this wasn't even Jason killing people. This is just some guy who just put on a hockey mask. And it got panned very bad, to the point where a lot of people just don't even fucking bother with this movie. You know? And over time, even Kevin at the lobby would even say, like, you know, it's not even a Jason film, but it's one of the best, sleaziest slashers of all time, that a lot of people started coming around to it, especially with myself. I remember watching it for the very first time, and then when that twist came up about it's not really Jason, I'm like, well, he fucking sure as hell acted like Jason. So I was a little convinced, a little let down, but as soon as you finally figure out what this movie's all about and what the twist is, you finally kind of grow some appreciation. It's like, well, now I know what it is, but I did get quite a emotional boost with it, because I mean, it was still a good movie nonetheless. It's even with the ending where it's implied that Tommy Jarvis is about to become Jason, which goes nowhere in the next film. But other than that, this film has had a reputation over the last 40 years and has gotten not a cult-like following, but a bigger appreciation. And even though it doesn't have Jason in it, it was still a bloody good time. So, for my rating, I'm going to give Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, an 8 out of 10. So what did you guys think of Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more content. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you get notified about all the other videos coming out on the channel. I do have to apologize for the long wait. I mean, this was supposed to come out on June 13th, but I attended the Calgary Horror Con where there was a lot of the Part 5 actors there. And then after that, I just kind of went videoless for a whole entire month because I had changed my shift. I now work nights. So it's like, I'm usually tired now. So I had to wait until I got into that groove again in order to do these videos again. So finally, I'll have some more videos coming out. Anyways, that's it for me. This is Stephen Harold. I'll talk to you guys later. And remember to stay spooky.